Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that affects every single Liberian, whether you realize it or not. We're talking about the public sector wage bill. It sounds a bit dry, I know, but stick with me because this is about fairness, about our country's future, and about how our tax money is being spent. Let's start with a simple question. If you have two people, both with the same qualifications, doing the same job, say an accountant, should they get paid the same salary? Most of us would say yes, right? It just makes sense, but in Liberia's public sector, that's often not the case. An accountant at one ministry might earn a certain amount, while another accountant with the exact same responsibilities at a different agency or a state-owned enterprise could be making a wildly different salary. How is this possible? It's a system that's become fragmented and frankly politicized. It's not just about the base salary you see on paper. The real story is often hidden in a maze of allowances and so-called benefits, things like gas slips, housing allowances, travel per diems, and other perks. These aren't handed out equally. They're often used to quietly inflate the pay for a select few, usually those with political connections. It creates a shadow payroll, a system within a system where who you know can matter more than what you do. This brings us to the second major problem: secrecy. Try to find a clear, public, up-to-date database of what every public official in Liberia earns, including all their allowances and benefits. You probably won't find one. It's shrouded in opaqueness. This lack of transparency is a huge issue. If we, the citizens who pay these salaries with our taxes, don't know the full picture, how can we hold anyone accountable? Even many civil servants themselves don't know what their colleagues in other departments are earning. Sometimes even our own legislators struggle to get a clear picture of the total compensation packages across the government. This secrecy creates suspicion and mistrust, and it makes it impossible to have an honest national conversation about pay. Now, let's talk about the human cost of this system. It creates massive inequity and demotivation. On one hand, you have senior political appointees who are, in many cases, significantly overpaid, especially when you factor in all the hidden perks. Their compensation is often completely out of touch with the economic reality of our country, a nation still recovering and ranked among the poorest in the world. On the other hand, who gets left behind? Our frontline heroes, the people who are the backbone of our society. I'm talking about our dedicated teachers, shaping the minds of the next generation. Our hard-working nurses, caring for our sick and under-resourced clinics. Our police officers, trying to keep our communities safe. These essential workers are consistently underpaid. They often work in difficult conditions with limited resources, and their salaries barely cover the basics. Think about a teacher in a rural village trying to inspire students while worrying about how to feed their own family, or a nurse working double shifts, exhausted but still showing up because they care. When they see the massive gap between their meager pay and the lavish packages of the political elite, what does that do to morale? It's deeply demotivating. It tells them that their essential work isn't valued. This wage gap doesn't just hurt morale. It fuels a brain drain. Our brightest and most talented people, the ones we need to build a better Liberia, look at the system and decide their skills are better valued elsewhere. They leave the public sector, or even the country, in search of fair compensation. This attrition of talent weakens our government from the inside out. Furthermore, when people can't make a decent living through their official salary, it creates a powerful incentive for corruption. The temptation to find other ways to make ends meet becomes much stronger. Finally, all of this has a massive impact on our national budget. It's a fiscal distortion. These hidden compensation packages and inflated salaries drive up the national wage bill, consuming a huge chunk of our country's resources. But because so much of it is hidden, we're not getting clear value for our money. Every year, our leaders debate the budget. They talk about funding for roads, for hospitals, for schools, but these debates are happening without a full, transparent view of what the state is actually paying individuals. We're allocating billions of Liberian dollars to salaries without a clear, standardized system to justify those costs, money that could be building a new clinic, equipping a school with books, or fixing a critical piece of infrastructure is instead being absorbed by a bloated, unequal, and secretive payroll system. So what's the path forward? It's not about pointing fingers, it's about demanding a better system for a better Liberia. The solution starts with two key principles: transparency and standardization. We need a comprehensive pay reform. First, we must create a single, centralized payroll system for the entire government. No more fragmented budgets where agencies can hide extra pay. Every single person on the public payroll, from the highest official to the newest clerk, should be on one unified system. Second, we need to harmonize salaries. This means establishing clear, consistent pay grades for similar jobs across all government entities. An accountant is an accountant, a driver is a driver, a director is a director, regardless of which ministry they work in. Their pay should be determined by their qualifications, experience, and the responsibilities of the job, not by political favor. This would involve a massive job re-evaluation and classification exercise, but it is absolutely essential for fairness. Allowances should be standardized and monetized, meaning they should be converted into cash and added to the base salary, making total compensation transparent and taxable. This eliminates the shadow system of perks and ensures everyone pays their fair share of taxes. Third, and most importantly, this information must be made public. We need a publicly accessible database where any citizen can look up the salary grade and total compensation for any position in the public sector. Transparency is the best disinfectant. When the numbers are out in the open, it becomes much harder to justify unfair and inflated pay packages. It empowers citizens, journalists, and civil society to act as watchdogs, ensuring the system stays fair. This will also allow for more informed and productive budget debates. This isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet. This is about building a merit-based civil service where people are motivated, where talent is retained, and where corruption is minimized. It's about ensuring that our limited national resources are used efficiently to benefit all Liberians, not just a select few. It's about restoring trust between the government and its people. A fair wage system is the foundation of a functional and effective state. It's a long and difficult road, but it is a reform that is absolutely critical for the future prosperity and stability of our beloved Liberia. What are your thoughts on this? Have you had any experience with the public sector pay system? Let's discuss it respectfully in the comments below. Let's start the conversation our country needs to have. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video insightful, please give it a like, share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe for more content about building a better Liberia. See you in the next one.